Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have the honor of introducing C.J. Mahoney, the nominee to be a Deputy United States Trade Representative, along with my colleague and friend, Senator Moran. I had an opportunity to sit down and talk with C.J. during the process. I was impressed by his background. He is by the way, a graduate of both Harvard and Yale, and also recognizes what happens with regards to farm country with our farmers, our ranchers, our growers, who are going through a pretty tough time. I was really impressed by his background, his knowledge of trade issues. But what impressed me the most was his understanding of how trade decisions affect businesses and individuals all across our state of Kansas and for that matter, all across the country. C.J. hails from Russell, Kansas, America, home of Bob Dole, who will today receive the Congressional Gold Medal. Like Bob Dole and like Jerry Moran and myself, many others, C.J. has strong ties to agriculture. His family owned a farm implement dealership, and he still owns land in Russell County as of today. C.J. understands how important it is for the U.S. to be a reliable supplier to our current trading partners, just how important that is, but also to expand markets to sell our products. This is especially important now due to the rough patch that farm country is currently facing. Just ask myself or Jerry Moran, who is constantly out in Kansas visiting with farmers and ranchers and growers and implement dealers and our community banks, everybody up and down Main Street. Kansas wheat is now pretty much under cover, in storage, under tarp. We should be selling that crop to Mexico. That's where our wheat normally would go, but Mexico is buying wheat now from Argentina. Same thing for Kansas corn, or for that matter, corn grown anywhere in the state of Iowa or wherever it is. And Mexico is buying that from Brazil. That's not where we ought to be headed. We cannot, given the circumstances, in my view, take a back step to NAFTA or pull the trigger on the termination of that trade agreement. I don't think that's going to happen. Members of the Ag Committee, myself, went up to talk to the President for about an hour and a half, and also had an opportunity to talk to him on Air Force One about trade, how important it is. I think he understands that, so I think we can make some progress, and CJ is going to be right there. And he's going to be of tremendous help to his family and his heritage to Russell, Kansas. So I overwhelmingly support his nomination. I have no doubt CJ's Kansas roots will allow him to serve President Trump and Ambassador Lighthizer well in the Deputy USTR position. I told him to keep repeating to Ambassador Lighthizer, to Bob, who I've known for 15 years and working for Senator Dole, that you can't eat steel. Agriculture is still very important, and so from that standpoint, I support the nominee and I urge his nomination. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.